warp forces are the same.
Hey everybody, it's Stitch StarCraft here, and I'm finally back from my long trip. It was a 2-week trip, and I went to Vancouver, in North America basically. I went to Vancouver, and then I went down to Seattle, Oregon, back to Vancouver, and to Whistler for 1 day. And so yeah, I'm finally back to casting, and I am just so excited to start casting again since it's already summer, and I've just got all the time on my hands to do whatever I want. And today I'm going to cast the one and only FXOmOOnGLaDe. He's going to be matched up against Rorshach over here. I think that's how you pronounce it, Rorshach, I believe. So it is going to be Rorshach, the pink Protoss, vs the one and only FXOmOOnGLaDe, the purple Zerg here, and we are going to be playing at the GSL Terminus. And in terms of achievements, I mean, Rorshach is part of Team Eve, and he definitely holds one of the best Protoss players in that clan. He is a very, very good player. I've watched him play a few times before, and he is just so spot on with what he does. And he's from Team Eve. That is a clan in the SCA League, and Team Eve has been improving quite a lot. They do have a very consistent record of a lot of Grandmasters, so they are one of the better clans, I believe. Not too shaggy. They are getting there. I mean, these players are, you know, racking up some very good results in recent tournaments. And FXOmOOnGLaDe, really, I don't have to say anything about him. He is undoubtedly and arguably the best player in SCA right now in StarCraft 2. In terms of achievements, I'm not going to list them. There's just way too many achievements that Moonglade has gotten, starting from little tournaments to even getting into the GSL Code A. He has been a big role model in SC2C, and he's just like basically like he's like a pop star here. He's so good, and he's so respected around SCA. And yeah, I mean anybody to play him is really an honor. So I mean Rorshach is going to be playing Moonglade today at Terminus, and right now we do have an Overlord scout here. Did Rorshach catch the Overlord? No, I don't think so. So he doesn't anticipate that there's an Overlord right outside that he may be able to kill with a fast stalker, and it looks like this probe is going to get denied in the scout right now as Moonglade is getting up his hatch. He does have the gas up right now. A bit late on the gas. It looks like he's going to get some drones out before he does get the gas. And right now this isn't the shortest spawning positions you can get in this game, but it is pretty near. And honestly, this game, how it will end up, I honestly don't know, but it is a pretty good rush distance for the Protoss if the Protoss player does want to do a rush. And right now we do have two Zerglings coming here for Moonglade. He's trying to get the scout down. And right now, the Stalker over here is not going to really do anything. And it looks like the Stalker is going to get a few hits, not going to drain its shield. And that's all that really matters. It looks like Moonglade is getting a speeding boost right now, as some drones are being transferred right now, and Moonglade is going to be transferring a queen as well as he makes a spine crawler. It's always important for a Zerg to make that safety spine crawler when you're grabbing that expansion. I mean, right now, I think most Zergs do this, and it's so important. I mean, it really breaks off any early 2 Zealot push or 3 Zealot push that really might just do so much damage to you when you don't expect it. And I mean, just putting that spine crawler down, it's just so safe for a Zerg player. And whoa, it looks like right now Rorshach is going to be going for his expansion over here, as I think this was a 1-gate expansion. Yes, it was a 1-gate expand, and he does have 2 gas. It looks like he might be putting down 2 more gateways. Right now he's putting down 1. Is he going to be putting down another gateway, or is he going to get a forge? I honestly would expect a forge, but it looks like we do have the 3rd gateway down, and we do have a 1-gate expand into 3 gates. And we'll just have to see, is Rorshach going to be going up for a Robo? Oh, he doesn't. He's going for a Stargate. And this can open up so many different plays for Protoss right now. if you get that Stargate, you can really harass the Overlords, and you can do just so much damage if you just have like 2 or 3 Void Rays right now. And right now Moonglade does look like he's going to be sending a lot of Lings to scout for an expansion. And yes, he will be scouting for an expansion. Is the Stalker going to get sniped out? No, it's going to be ignored. As these Zerglings are coming down, going to be scouting the expansion. And here they come. Oh, one very last minute force field, saving him from all the trouble. But these Zerglings are going to take a long route. And oh my goodness, they have so much surface area to attack this Nexus right now. Oh my goodness, too many Zerglings are leaked in. Oh no, this is not looking really good for Rorshach right now, as he only has 3 sentries, and these sentries are dying down fairly quickly. And right now Moonglade is looking really good right now, taking out the sentries. And he's also going to take out that Zealot right now, as a Void Ray is coming out. And I believe right now Rorschach can hold this off. There's only a few lanes left, and he can definitely do what he needs to. And back in Moonglade's base, he does have another Spawn Crawler, as he already has the Evo Chamber up, is getting those Spore Crawlers. So Moonglade is reacting so quickly to what Rorschach is doing. He's already getting those Spore Crawlers, not going to, you know, die to any harass. And it looks like right now, oh my goodness, this Nexus is getting really down on health. And it's unfortunate, definitely. I mean, losing so much health on 200 HP or hit points. Definitely. That was quite scary for Rorschach, but he did manage to pull it off. And right now, here comes the Void Ray. Probably going to catch an Overlord over here. Yes, he is going to catch one Overlord. And what do we have over here? More Speedlings coming down from Moonglade. Going to be trying to get the map control as long as he can. And Moonglade is going to lose one Overlord here to a Charged Void Ray. And Charged Void Rays do 20% more damage to massive units. And right now here, we do have more Speedlings coming in. And oh, they're going to try to focus fire this Nexus down. Are they going to get it? The force fields are going to block them. Oh my goodness, some last minute force fields over there. Very important and vital to force field that, not to let your Nexus go down. I mean, if that goes down, your whole build is absolutely ruined. And right now, I think Rorschach is just going to try to get that shield up as long as he can. And it looks like that Void Ray there just died to Queen at 33 HP. And Moonglade is going to be grabbing his third right now. And in terms of builds, right now Moonglade is not going to be teching up that much, as he isn't going very gas heavy. He does have that lair up. And we do see a Hydra Den somewhere. Where's that Hydra Den? We do have the Hydra Den. So it looks like we have Hydras and Speedlings right now, as we do have the robotics facility up for Rorschach. And if he goes Colossi, he might do very well. Because I think right now Moonglade is anticipating that Rorschach is going to be sticking with a heavy Stargate army, because he has a few Stargates out. But to change your build right now is actually very smart. You don't want to let the Zerg anticipate everything you do that easily. And right now it looks like Moonglade going to be sending more Speedlings out, trying to grab the Scout, not letting Rorschach grab that Zelnaga Tower. And right now it looks like, oh, a few Zerglings are leaked. Are they going to go into the natural and do some damage to the probes? Do have Zealots now, and it looks like they might be even running into the main. And the 4 Speedlings are still alive, apparently. And I just don't know what these Speedlings can do right now. I mean, they can only probably pick out 2 probes and just kind of leave. But it looks like Rorschach is going to pull his probes, kill 1 Speedling, and he's going to make more Stalkers in here. And right now, I think Moonglade just delayed a pretty important push right there. Going to be denying that push, as he already has Hydras out. He's getting that missile attacks +1, and he is getting the Hydra range. So it looks like he's going to be sticking with a very Hydra heavy build, as he does have his third up. And are we going to be seeing Colossi from Rorschach? Oh my goodness, I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Rorschach. Yes, we are going to be seeing a Colossi, as we do have the Robotics Bay up. And is Rorschach going to be putting down any pressure as he grabs his third? Yes, he is. He's probably going to push out. Right now, there is a lot of Zealots, apparently. Do we have Zealot charge? No, we don't have a Twilight Council yet, and it doesn't look like we're going to get Zealot charge so soon. Looks like Rorschach might be pushing out, but right now, I think Moonglade can definitely handle it. He's got so many Hydras, and Hydras definitely do counter gateway units. And right now, Moonglade is starting to get his creep out of his base, as he does have a hatchery coming down, a macro hatchery. Very, very important. Honestly, in maps like these, where expanding one more time is quite risky and hard to defend, you want to get another hatchery so you get more larvae. And honestly, at 13 minutes game, three hatches are really, really enough, as long as you're ahead by one. And we do have the fourth coming up, as Rorshach does push into the creep. And you gotta be really careful when you're on the creep, because Hydras are fast on the creep. And not to mention Speedlings, they're all really fast. It looks like Rorshach going to take out all the creep. Very, very important and very frustrating for a Zerg player to take out their own creep, because I mean, the creep spreading takes a lot of time. I mean, if you watch the APM of a Zerg player, it's always higher, because they got to do so much things manually, like creep spreading. They got to spread their creep once again, and look at this. Moonglade just lost so much creep right there. If he can grab another creep tumor somewhere along here, he can still save the creep. As you guys all know, I mean, the creep doesn't fade away that quickly, so you can still plant creep tumors and still keep your creep that far, but you do have to plant it evenly so you don't leave any gaps. And right now it looks like Rorschach is going to have his expansion hub, as Moonglade is going to be starting to getting roaches, and he does have a spire, so it looks like he might be going for that Roach Hydra Corruptor build, which is good if you can pull off the micro and take out that Colossi really, really quickly. I mean, that's the whole point of the spire and the Corruptors, is you only use it to take out the Colossi, because the Colossi is honestly the most threatening unit to an army composition like this. But oh my goodness, Moonglade has such a big army. This army is absolutely scary. I mean, look at the supply right now. Moonglade is at 188 and Rorschach is at 127. He's behind by 60 supply, and that can obviously count for his army, because his army is so small. He only has one Colossi, and he does have another Void Ray out. It looks like we might have just a really big engagement right now. And oh, here comes the engagement, and it looks like Moonglade is not going to touch it until his Corruptors come out. And I honestly don't know. I think Moonglade's going to be pushing back, because he does have to secure this fourth. He's already got it right now. He's so ahead. His army is almost max population. He's got 7 Corruptors, 10 Corruptors now. He's going to use this to try to snipe out the Colossi, and the Colossi is the key to the Protoss army right now, because he really, Rorschach really needs that Colossi to do some damage, because they do so much splash damage, and they just absolutely wipe out Roach Hydra builds. And right now we do have the Corruptors out, and we don't have the Burrow research just yet. Looks like we're not going to get Burrow, and Moonglade is going to be getting his fifth base right now. So he's really doing well keeping up with the bases. As a Zerg player, you always want to be ahead by your opponent, unless your opponent is a Zerg player in bases. And looks like Rorschach is going to be feeling comfortable with moving out right now, as he does have 3 Colossi, and 3 Colossi is basically the sign for a death ball. I mean, it's so deadly when you get that 3rd Colossi out, because you can just basically one-shot anything you hit if you focus fire. And that's really important right now. It looks like, oh my goodness, Moonglade going to be losing 1 Roach. And is Moonglade going to pull this off? There are 2 force fields. 3rd force field going to be blocking the whole Zerg army. And it looks like 1 Colossi is lost over there in the engagement. And Moonglade handling the Corruptors very, very well. And I think there was an over force field over there by Rorschach, wasting too much energy on these sentries right there. And right now Rorschach is getting his 5th base. Moonglade hasn't scouted those 2 hidden bases. No, he hasn't. He thinks that, I think he expects Rorschach still on a 3 base. And right now Moonglade is still sticking with the Roach Hydra build with some Corruptors, as we do have the Blink research on. And when Blink comes, it's going to be a lot, better for our Protoss player, because Blink Micro is so fun. Every Protoss player loves Blink Micro. I mean, that's the micro you always really want. And just look how much damage those Colossi do. Oh no! Oh my goodness! One Colossi might be lost again! Oh no, we did lose the Colossi over there. And right now, is our Protoss player going to handle this? I'm not sure. His army looks pretty small, but that Colossi is still doing some damage right there. Too many Hydras are being leaked, I believe. And it looks like the last Colossi is going to get sniped down. Right now, our Protoss player is going to be at the worst position you can ever be, is when your Colossi-less. And right now he doesn't have any Colossi. He has 2 coming out. And when those 2 comes out, he will have to start defending once again. I mean, right there, I think Moonglade will be expecting a Colossi out. That's why he's getting 2 more Corruptors, as he does have his Hive coming up in his main over here. He does have the Hive. We'll just have to see, is he going for a Greater Spire? Yeah, no, he's not going for a Greater Spire just yet. He's going to get that attack damage. And are we going to be seeing Broodlords, or are we going to be seeing Ultras? I mean, when you get to the Hive tech, this is when Zerg units become very cost efficient. I mean, Broodlords and Ultras are probably, like, they're like game ender units for a Zerg. I mean, they're so important. They're like the highest tier you can ever get. And they're pretty reliable units. I mean, they're so important. And right now it looks like Moonglade did destroy the destructible rockets. He's going to try to push down, but he does see the army over there for Rorshach. And it looks like he's going to go into the natural. And Rorshach at a very bad position, really out of position over there. And Moonglade's going to run in. His Corruptors are out of position. It looks like these Colossi are going to grab a lot of damage over there. And the Colossi, one more Colossi is up. I believe it's going to go down. And right now Moonglade might just take this game. He's got so many Roaches and Hydras, and they absolutely smashed the Stalkers. But the Roaches and Hydras are out of position right now. And I'm not sure who's going to win this. I honestly don't know. There are so many Stalkers right now. And Rorschach doing some very good Blink Stalker micro, but he's losing his army too quickly. And these Stalkers are melting away. But it doesn't look like Moonglade's reinforcing. He's not reinforcing his army just yet. And I honestly don't know. Moonglade might pull this off. But we are getting more Stalkers every second, and the Colossi is out finally. So right now, I think Rorschach is going to be defending this game. This push, I mean. And it looks like he does defend it with an overwhelming size of Stalkers. I mean, at this point of the game, every Stalker really counts because you need it to take out the Corruptors. And right now, it looks like the Colossi did fall to some Corruptors and some Roaches. I don't know why there's so many Overlords over here, but there just is. And there's so many Overlords right now. And Moonglade even getting supply blocks over there. And a lot of Roaches coming in. They're going to try to get some attack on those Stalkers. Roaches do counter Stalkers right now. But it looks like Rorschach has to stick to the Stalkers. And right now he's getting some sentries out. And right now I'm not really sure who's got this game. I mean, Rorschach still has his bases and Moonglade hasn't done anything. He hasn't even scouted those bases yet. Because he is on his 5th base of his own. And probably going to be grabbing this base as well, as he's adding on so much pressure to Rorschach. And Rorschach does have a few Stalkers out. Definitely not enough to destroy what Moonglade had. Moonglade definitely has a huge, huge army. We do have one DT over here. And this DT, hopefully, is going to change some parts of the game. I mean, the DTs are so important. Let's hope this DT gets like 30 kills because... Oh, nope, it doesn't look like it. We do have the OVs coming out, and there are Spore Crawlers already. It looks like this DT is not going to get any kills. Oh, 2 kills, and that ends the life of the DT. And I mean, DTs at this game, you really don't want to send them right into the natural because that's where a Zerg player would expect you to send them right into their main. You want to send them everywhere at once. And it looks like right now Moonglade is going to be getting his 6th hatchery as Rorschach is finally starting to get his 5th saturated. And right now Rorschach is not really keeping up with the production. He's got so little units. He's still at 150 supply as he is getting a lot of Immortals out. Immortals do very, very well against Roaches. But I'm not sure because right now Moonglade is really upgraded. He's at 3-3, I believe. Yes, 3-3, and he's at 2-0 with his air. And Rorschach is still at 1-1, and I don't know if that's the position you want to be in as a Protoss player, but when you're in a 25-minute game, you really need the upgrades. I mean, what changes the game is the upgrades, obviously, and that really makes the difference. But right now, I think in terms of unit composition, Rorshach is in a very good position because honestly, Blink Stalker. Oh my gosh, we do have so many Broodlords right now. Oh no, these Broodlords look really scary. They have like these little broodling babies following them, and these Broodlords are going to be attacking the Protoss army. And right now, the Protoss feels really uncomfortable. There's Corruptors, Broodlords, Roaches, and that's really bad. Oh my god, what are these probes doing? They're getting all stuck at one force field. And right now, all the Roaches apparently can't go in there. And a lot of, actually, wow, oh my goodness, I like what Rorschach is doing. He's putting all his Immortals in front line. And that's what you want to do, because you want to tank all the damage from the Roaches. And right now, Rorschach is actually doing a very decent job right now. Going to be sniping out some Corruptors, but his Colossi does fall. And it looks like right now, Moonglade might not even get this push down. It all depends on his Broodlords, but his Broodlords aren't in the position they need to be. They're so behind. It looks like, oh my goodness, Rorschach being very ballsy, going to blink right into the Roaches. Don't know if that's the best idea. Going to be really taking out those Broodlords. So many of them falling. I think almost 4 Broodlords falling, but he lost way too many Stompers over there. And this just might be GG because he's just losing way too many units. And more Broodlords are going to be formed. And it looks like Rorschach is going to have to say GG after that slash. And there goes the GG for Moonglade. And Moonglade is going to win convincingly at this last push. I honestly think that Blink Stalker, to just blink all your units right into a pile of Roaches and Broodlords, wasn't the best idea. But once again, it is Moonglade, and nobody has yet to overtake his throne in the SCA. So I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. It is going to be FXOmOOnGLaDe vs Rorschach from Team Eve. FXOmOOnGLaDe is sponsored by FXOpin, and support him, guys. He's a very good player. He's been playing very well in the ESL Southeast Asian tournament, and this is going to be one cast and a friendly between Rorschach and FXOmOOnGLaDe. Please subscribe to my channel and put down any comments you want, and I'll see you guys next time.